Well, right now, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office and other law enforcement agencies have beefed up security at the Fulton County Courthouse ahead of a possible indictment here of the former president. The decision is expected this month and is related to efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election here in Georgia. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse with how law enforcement have prepared. It looks a lot different out there, Tyler.
Yeah, Christine, good afternoon to you. There are a number of new security measures in place here at the Fulton County Courthouse. Take a look at one of them. These orange barriers surround much of the building and are the most noticeable aspect of the safety plan. These measures are in place ahead of a possible indictment decision involving former President Donald Trump. Local businesses tell me they hope things remain calm, but some officials say there could be reaction. At Reuben's Deli in downtown Atlanta, the lunch crowd is full of regulars.
It's a neighborhood deli, so we know the people in the neighborhood. The people in the neighborhood know us.
Deli owner Claudio Fergarelli says his business is important to him, which is why he's watching what's going on a few blocks away at the Fulton County Courthouse. Security is being upped at the complex ahead of an indictment decision involving former President Donald Trump and others for potential criminal election meddling. Officials have warned about possible protests downtown in a place that has seen a number the last few years.
I'm not concerned about it. I think the dynamic of who would be protesting is, I think, vastly different than what we had to deal with in 2020.
While some don't expect much, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office has a plan in place to keep the courthouse and the area safe.
If an indictment came today, we will be ready.
Over the last few months, Sheriff Pat Labatt has sent teams to Miami and New York to learn security protocols for Trump's two previous arraignments. He says they learned in Miami a secure perimeter is a must, which is why orange barricades are up outside the courthouse. Sheriff Labatt says it's part of a layered security approach.
There are a number of agencies, including different sheriff's offices and different federal agencies, that have really stepped in to lend the resources. We've created a force multiplier that you have never seen before.
Labatt says they have received dozens of threats and are taking each one seriously.
When you make a threat, when you become a keyboard bully, it's our goal to come and really hold you accountable.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis says she will be reducing some of her staffing here at the courthouse this month, as seemingly in response to the expected indictment decision. When we asked the sheriff today about any possible protocols that would be in place if a decision is announced, whether like a mugshot would be taken, he did say he would follow all of their current protocols. We're live downtown this afternoon. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, a lot to watch here in Fulton County and nationally. Okay, thanks so much, Tyler.